everyone, it's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsome here at Idra, Greece, and wishing you a very happy Wednesday real-life stock review. You rock.
Traders, friends, family, fans from around the world, what's going on? It's your boy Jeremy Alexander Newsome here in Dallas, Texas. Going to be going out to Yo Ranch Steakhouse tonight at 7:45, meeting with about 12 other traders. If you're in the area, hit me up. Let me know. I'll be there. Anyway, let's review the markets. Pretty beautiful day yesterday, and obviously today, just a slow day. Can't go up every single day forever. Beautiful, blissful, bullish day on Monday and Tuesday, just followed by a rest today. So realistically, with the SPY, I do think we make new all-time highs any day now. Most likely because the Qs have already done it. The Qs are just crushing, and they're going to keep crushing. And with the whole Facebook debacle, and by debacle, I mean bullish debacle. What is up? Facebook. Straight up crushing it. I'm at a event right now with my boy Michael Lush. It's called the Millionaire Mastermind here in Dallas, Texas. And they're discussing a lot of social media, marketing tips, strategies, and Facebook and Instagram continue to come up. So more money being spent on Facebook than any other advertising platform in the world. So what we have right now on Facebook is just a monster gap up of about 9% on earnings. This thing is just absolutely crushing it right now. Up 199.26. This will be a very strong gap. The only question is, when will it pause before it makes a new all-time high? My buddy John Sinko mentioned that this gap over here will be filled, and it's only a matter of time before that one gets filled. This one, on the other hand, might be a while before this January gap gets filled on Facebook. So anyway, for those traders who have longer-term shares or leaps on Facebook, congratulations. Keep it up. Well done. The other big news out there today was iRobot, ticker symbol IRBT. iRobot down 23% today. This was an immaculate bearish gap and go. Yesterday had a bullish candle, nice little high wave candle, a little bit of a higher high and higher low. This thing just clearing all of the pivots. The interesting thing is, one of the other reasons it gapped down so hard was because it actually had phenomenal earnings. I mean, incredible earnings. Outrageously wonderful earnings. And so everyone was like, why is it gapping down? And so that's probably why everyone started selling it today. Although my thought overall on this one, keep your eyes peeled for a buying opportunity at some point. Most likely could trade all the way down to 90, 87, something like that. We have a few traders with some put sales, which I think is a good idea. But realistically, the earnings on this were phenomenal. And the last really 4 to 5 earnings were also incredible. Just beat after beat after beat. I think the only time they didn't beat, they actually gapped up. Was it this one? No, it was this one. No, this one. So back in February 2018 was the last time that they disappointed earnings. But, I mean, across the board, really, really good numbers. So this was, I would argue, the easiest bearish day trade of all time. Just a phenomenal gap down. And right at market open, I mean, it just kept crushing. So it opened and never even blinked bullish once today. Here's your high wave candle. Entry here, stop there. Holla at your boy. That thing dropped like a rock. And then once it broke the 100 simple on the daily, there was just no going bullish on iRobot. The 100 simple on the daily was 100.0515. So the 200 simple is at 99.64. Remember, this is not the most recent bearish gap and go. We had another one back on October that traded to the 200 and eventually bounced. So anyway, all I'm saying is keep your eyes peeled on iRobot. I like it long term. Let's go check out A&F, Abercrombie and Fitch. Believe it or not, Abercrombie making a comeback. This is all my buddy Michael wears. He's a big Abercrombie fan. And A&F, the weekly chart looks, I mean, I have to say, quite delicious. Beautiful little cup and handle type of pattern. You have what could be argued as an inverted head and shoulders pattern down here, really breaking the neckline around 2150 back in mid-January. The 100 and 200 simple on the weekly are about to cross. Your exponential moving averages look good. The daily chart looks good. You're about to run into a little bit of resistance here at 28.91, or let's call it 29. So at some point in the very near future, you could definitely do a covered call if you have some shares of Abercrombie and Fitch, maybe lower your dollar cost average. But realistically, It does not look bad, yeah. And again, wonderful bullish gap and go back on the previous earnings. Here's Abbott ABT. Shout outs to a few traders who scored some gains on Abbott Laboratories today. High wave bullish candle back on Thursday, the 18th of April. Beautiful little candle right at the 100, and it had another inside candle on Monday, and then the pop out of that yesterday being Tuesday. Today, of course, being Wednesday, spelled Winsday. Abbott Laboratories doing its thing, making a nice move. Most likely from here, we'll just slowly continue higher. Domino's Pizza with the fade of the day. This had a arguably decent run up. March 22nd up till yesterday was an 11% gain. And then Domino's gapped up again on earnings today. It was up approximately 8% at open, I believe it was, 6% at open. And then ended up trading all the way up to about 14% at open, and then just had a miraculous breakdown. I mean, if you can't see this fade, I don't know. Let's do a doctor visit. Visit the eye doctor. Look at this breakdown. Beautiful intraday support level. Look at this volume at 9:45 Central. High wave candle from the heavens. Once it broke that candle, specifically right here at 11:10 Central, 11:15 Central, it was game on. Here's the 15-minute chart, and look at this close below the 10 EMA on the 15 at 11 o'clock. Just so pretty. So anyway, Domino's was a really nice fade. For those of you who got a chance to catch it, well done. Good stuff. We played Caterpillar in the morning day trading room today. Brad Reed bringing out his guns, pulling out his shorts. CAT with a small gap down, but look at this open. Gapping down below these wicks, gapping down below all that support, trapping everybody. And then, of course, you get my favorite candle on the 5-minute chart. Bullish, high wave candle. So if you're going bearish, entry, stop, eyes closed, Tom Cruise, easiest trade ever, right down to the pre-market low. Shout out to my buddy Greg Gilbert up in the Maryland area, representing from Philly. I'll be meeting with him on Friday when we have our day trading meetup breakfast in Pikesville, Maryland this Friday morning. But yeah, Greg, great trade on CAT. Very well done. It was a quite profitable day in the morning room today for a lot of traders. Had a lot of people requesting Yelp as well. YELP, Yelp. Got a close above a breakout. So this was trading sideways, and I was analyzing this in the afternoon swing trading room not too long ago. Set up this trigger on the 18th of May. It broke out and closed on the 22nd of May, and is just slowly creeping higher into the 200. Here's Lyft, LYFT. Lyft had a little bit of a breakdown today, most likely because it just traded right into the 10 EMA. Freshly formed 10 EMA, and it now has a perfect evening star. So Lyft at this price most likely will roll over some. Pinterest, however, trying to make a little bit of a bullish move. We're in that bullish on an IPO breakout. So Pinterest doing its thing. Let's see, had a request for XLU from my buddy Justin Linderman. And he said yesterday or the day before that this is looking toasty for a bounce. Had a gorgeous high wave candle off of the 50 EMA. This is the utility ETF. Trading down into a support. Look at this weekly chart. So you had a gorgeous resistance here at 57. Breakout, retest. Here's the daily chart on this one. Gorgeous candle right down to the 50. Nice little level and just a really decent bounce overall. So XLU putting in some work. Let's go look at two more. NVDA and then BIDU. NVIDIA, I think, just slowly continues to grind higher into the $200 area. I like NVIDIA longer term. Although I liked it much, much more about 3 weeks ago or 4 months ago, back or over here in the 150 area. However, I think it's a mathematical certainty at this point that NVIDIA trades into the 100 simple EMA on the weekly, which is about 203.27. So I think it's only a matter of time before we get there on NVIDIA. Quite bullish on NVDA. Tesla earnings around the corner. And right now we're up just a little bit. Right now, up 1.3%. Tesla promises return to profit after first half losses. Tesla affirmed its outlook of delivering 360 to 400,000 vehicles in 2019 and said it may produce as many as 500,000 vehicles at its Gigafactory. Tesla stock falls after car maker misses first quarter estimates. So, earnings are, they're okay. So we had a decent little drop post-market, trade end of 252 into that support. I thought that we could go as low as 240. A lot of people freaking out about Tesla earnings, but there's tons of traders making some very well consciously delivered bets, if you will, that Tesla will not be going bankrupt. There's a lot of traders selling some 40 January 2020 put sales on Tesla. Just a reminder, Tesla's at $260 a share right now. It'd have to drop 220 points for those to become an issue. I don't factor that happening on Tesla. Anyway, a little bit of a gap up. Earnings were okay. They miss on some stuff. They're not making money still. I think it could drop to 240. Worst case scenario, everyone panics, everyone hates Tesla, and then it bounces. Last but not least, BIDU. BIDU's just hanging out. Weekly, 100 simple, 200 simple. We are very far away from it. And we're also hanging around the 100 simple on a monthly. So realistically, if I was looking at BIDU down here, my overall thought process on this one, bullish to neutral. I don't see a specifically strong edge. It's mostly sideways. You have a little bit of a bullish trend right here, but bull put spread, put sale 150 or lower or something like that, maybe over earnings could be a possibility. However, I can say that if BIDU does trade sideways into earnings and then gaps up above 178, she's gone. Folks from around the world, that's your Wednesday real life stock review. I'll do my best to crank out another one on Friday. You might even get a good glimpse of some of the meetups that we're going to have tonight and on Friday morning in Pikesville, Maryland. You rock, and until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye.